What is going on, guys? True here, bringing you another review on Spy Family. Now, this episode was actually a bit suspenseful. It wasn't until the very end of the episode, or I guess more towards past the middle, where things got a little more relaxing, especially for Anya. So, before I continue though, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It helps out tremendously. We're getting close to 50. Get us there to 50, please, guys, before the end of this month. And before the end of the year, guys, let's get to 100. It would help out enormously. But let's get to it. So, we start this episode with now the kids obviously being in the situation. We see that the Red Circus members are very familiar with who these kids are. And he starts listing off, like, I know that you're the son of the major, yada yada. You are the son of, or you're the daughter of so and so. Your dad owns a bank. We know the CEO of the Black Bells. And obviously talking about Becky. And of course, we know you, Damian Desmond. We know who your father is. And just listing off these kids and knowing who they're connected to. And of course, you know, they did their studying. And so we see that they are in this predicament. They don't know where they're going. And it isn't until Anya starts reading their minds and figuring out where they are actually headed. And it's going to be at a park. And so we see that Anya and Becky start thinking about, okay, we need to have people find us some way, somehow. And they think of the idea of using the ID that they have from school, write a note, and throwing it out the window in order for people to notice and get the police involved. And that's a smart idea. Damien, of course, wasn't a big fan of the whole, getting them, getting themselves in trouble, because it could be very bad. But he sees that, let's, do what you gotta do, I guess. He was going to distract them. First, Anya tries to distract with the whole having to go to the bathroom, and then he says that he's gotta go take a dump, which he's, kids, going to the bathroom, you kind of understand. And in that little confusion, or at least in that distraction, we see that Anya throws the little containers that had Becky's information on there, along with the SOS in there. And because of this, we see that Billy, he actually decides to put on a bomb on Anya. And this threat scares the bejeebers out of all the kids. And he says that if anything goes bad, if for any reason you guys do something to attract attention or make things bad, your friend's head is coming off. And Anya's scared, understandably so. However, she reads his mind and figures out this isn't actually the truth. In fact, it's a dud. There's nothing real about this bomb. And so she reacts relaxed, and people are start looking at her and just, what's wrong with her? She's tapping it. And of course, she knows the truth, but she can't say the truth. And we see that Damien actually was wanting to get the bomb off of her, because he looks at her and he's like, she's just really trying to act strong. And that's really what's happening. And so he tries to negotiate and says, get that off of her, put that on me. And he's like, we're all about equality, and I admire that. Therefore, you're going to get one too. And he starts freaking out. He's like, crap, my goal is to be a politician. Can I even play soccer anymore? Can I do anything without a head? He starts freaking out and all these things. And Anya tries to calm him down, and it doesn't work very well. But while all this is happening, we have Yuri, figuring out, okay, the little brat's in trouble. We need to do something. We see that the state security people don't care about casualties. Their concern is taking down the terrorists. And we see that the police, they want to save the kids. They want to save these children who are in this predicament. And it's kind of messed up, because it's like, you guys are both doing what you're having to do, but your goals are very different. And I'm just like, man, save these kids. Like, they don't want this. This is already probably traumatizing to them in very, very difficult levels. So let's not do that. And so They do end up stopping, the bus from going any further, thanks to Becky's message. Police, and everyone will start going out there. But now things are getting a little dicey. So now we see that they need to figure out a way to kind of get these kids out of there without them dying and getting the guys out of there. So the situation gets dicey. We see that Yuri also goes out there to try to get some more information. And so, like I said, the episode's getting a little more gets more intense towards the end, and I'm definitely enjoying it. But that is it for me, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, leave a like. I'll catch y'all.